Just obviously very happy to be in the big game. Coach always talks about, he's like, where would you rather be? And, I had this realization usually around this time, my brothers are in town and they're enjoying the events and all these things. And just to be able to be here and I'm preparing for the big game and not, here for the events and all that, um, it's just truly a blessing. Family, this team, blessed by the man above, and for myself as well. I think a lot of times in life we do so much for other people, and you don't take that time to recognize and appreciate yourself. And I appreciate the resiliency I've had to get to this point, and you know, some of this game is for yourself. BJ. Yes, sir. I feel great. It's just been hard, after the San Fran game to know that you have 2 weeks and you have to wait. And something I started, after a conversation with a buddy of mine about just writing stuff down of how you feel, the good, the bad, if there's any bit of doubt or anxiety, just being able to be where your feet are at and kind of just stand still for a second. Truly knowing the opportunity ahead, and there's still so much time before that ball is going to kick off, and you're able to do the one thing that you love. So just finding ways to be calm before the storm. Still not yet. You know, it's people are like, oh, you getting two of the biggest blessings of a lifetime, all in 1 week, and I'm like, yeah, a long time ago it sounded good. We were talking about it. It was like, oh, I'm gonna have a child during Super Bowl, and we're gonna be in the Super Bowl, and now it's just kind of like there's a part of it that's like, man, it's a lot of blessings all in at one time. So just kind of trying to, I'm still on standby, waiting for the call. Not getting to meet my child yet, but to know he just got to hold still for me. I'm gonna just have to make a call back to him and let him know I'm gonna need you to take it easy for another 36 hours at least, and just hope that it's received. Um, to me, even without the injuries, if you look at, I always talk about this, the LeBrons and Jordans. LeBron at 37 years old, is he the same guy he was at, 26, 27? Yes and no. You know what I mean? His game has evolved, but does he still jump 50-inch vertical? I don't know. It could be 49. So it's like, is it really, I may jump 1 inch shorter, but I know a lot more game and a lot more experience. So I feel like I'm capable to play at a high level. I don't, can't really compare if I'm still the same or anything like that. I just know that I have the ability to play now. Good to see you. Yes, sir. Um, One of the biggest regrets that I have about the way that things ended is I just didn't get. It's like having a breakup, but you don't. There really was no closure, and it's kind of just like you go. It's just it. And, one thing I've always been big on in my life is closure, because I feel like if doors, you know, if they're not closed, they're always just still open. And just having to leave and leave these guys that are your brothers, you've made lifetime friendships with, and it just happened so abrupt. So a lot of things were out of my control. It had already, by the time I woke up, I had already, the video was already posted. It just was unfortunate, and sometimes things go that way in life, and you just kind of got to roll with the punches. And I just think about here I am now, and just making the most of the opportunity that I had. Say it again. Those were some of the greatest years of my life. To a place that gave me a home from the start. And if there's anything that I could look back on and wish different, it would be that I would be having this same opportunity, with them, or not having the losing seasons, and just being a part of a winning culture and organization. Um, because I wanted that for New York just as bad as anybody. So this to me feels like it's for everybody in my career. Just being exactly where I'm at now, with an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. Just want to take full advantage of it. It's kind of, I'm not gonna ask you anything personal, but you have any exes in your life that you just, like it is what it is. You go on. There's no hate in my heart. My heart is literally just it's filled with love. So maybe one day that happens and those conversations happen, but everything just happened so fast that there was not really it just maybe wasn't the time and the place. People need time to heal, and then things could be closed. So I don't know. I feel like so much has been made of myself, and due to certain things that were done, but to me they always felt misconstrued. Ultimately, I wanted to win and be a part of a team, and be a part of a team with a winning culture and and it's just the way that McVay has set it up, the way that Stafford and Coop and all these guys go about it each and every day. Um, I've just always wanted to win. That's the bottom line. Is anytime you see me upset, yelling, all these emotions, it's because I actually care about winning that much. Like I hate losing, no matter what it is. I can't stand losing. So I just always wanted to win. I know that it's not going to be an easy task. The Bengals are here for a reason, and they have the same goals, and they have the same confidence that they're going to go in, and they're going to get a ring as well. And it's just going to be two dogs fighting, and one has to come out on top. And I've been prayed up major because this is something that I've wanted all my life, and the opportunity is right here in front of us. And now we gotta go claim it. I don't really know if it's the time and the place, to sit here and, words be taken, and then it seems I'm bashing one place, and I just not really, here for it. Just right now, I know that I'm right where my feet are at, and I have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, it's got to be us. Got to. I still have the Lederhosen. Yes, sir. I'm coming back. I'm coming back for the what's it called? The fest that you have. Yeah, Oktoberfest. Talked to Shep and Saquon last night. Literally, still keep in touch with you know. To be honest though, those are probably the only two that I know that are still kind of there. Daniel Jones. I keep close contact to those people. Those are my brothers for a lifetime. Like I tell you, you spend more time with these people than you get to your own family at times. So you build a lifetime, brotherhood and friendship. And again, like I say, I just talked to Shep last night. Dr. Dave Hancock is someone who I've worked with since I hurt my back and my hamstring, and I put him on to Kevin Durant to do his Achilles rehab. I linked him and Shep so he could do his Achilles rehab. So those are my guys for life.
A lot's been made of the Rams going all in to win a Super Bowl, and you were a big part of that acquisition in Von Miller. How much satisfaction are you getting knowing that you more than delivered?
Um, Again, I don't really take much satisfaction in those kind of things anymore. It's just more so like I'm really here, like living out my dream. I think Coach could probably feel a little better about it. He went all in, and it hasn't completely paid off until we finish the job. So that's just the main focus. It was love, and there was a lot of love shown from this place. I remember getting off the phone, with Coach, and I talked to Stafford, and then like the next day there was a follow up. Like, hold on, I don't know if I you know e- expressed to you like that we want you here. Like it's not like we'll be happy to have you, or you'll fit right in. Like, no, we want you here. And I felt that since the minute I first stepped foot uh, here. So it's been nothing but love. It's been a great, partnership each and every day. They've put me in positions to succeed. They've given me confidence, to elevate my game again. And now we're here on the biggest stage with an opportunity of a lifetime. It can't hurt, It definitely can't hurt. You look at a team like Green Bay, and not to take anything from Lazard or Scanton or anything like that, but then you have Devontae literally being played in punt return coverage in the middle of a game. I seen that one time in a playoff game, and I could only imagine that being all game. So I just feel like we bounce off each other well, and then it's a pick your poison thing, and just feel like both of them are dangerous. I try and give them all the bad advice I possibly can, and just make sure that they do all the things I've done in my career. But just being able to learn from all of the things from my experiences, to be able to share that, and to also know that everyone's always going to have their own path. I could sit here and give the best advice to someone, but ultimately, like, they have to go through their own life and journey and make their own mistakes, even with the advice. Like, you never know until you learn your own kind of way. So I could just share my experiences, and whatever they take off of that, that's really it.
You've always talked a lot about playing above OBJ. What's the challenge there now having to play
Yeah. Um, just as far as quiet in your mind, it's just something you have to make a choice of. You could sit here and you could listen to all outside noise and all these things, but I'm in such a great place. I've been putting in the work since my ACL, working on myself, my mind, my heart, being able to control certain things that you know at a younger age I couldn't really process them. So I'm in a great place now, and just leading up to the game, just trying to stay locked in. I didn't hear what you said. Yep. Again, it kind of just goes to, it's tough because I feel like the world we live in, it's easier to sell something that has a little more drama than it is, the heartfelt and good stories. Um, and to me, it was never about that when I came here. From the minute I walked in here, there's obviously going to be, I talked about it early in the week, there's going to be a little bit of, you've heard so much about him, like, how is he actually going to be, and all these things. And I kind of just put that behind me, and now I just keep walking. I walk into the room, I be me. I smile. I joke with someone the same way I would if I've known them for 20 years in the very first time meeting them. So I've been more comfortable being myself, um, and being able to be here and just play football, and eliminate the rest. I know there was a lot about, oh, he's going to LA, and he just I'm in a different place. We all go through things in life. We grow, we mature, we learn from our experiences, and we keep it going. Very. I definitely felt the NFC Championship, man. I remember the feeling in the stadium. There was a lot of Niner fans for one, but two, you could feel the energy coming from underneath the ground, and I could feel at times, our team was rattled, or there was a bit of, not the flow, and just to be able to settle down, be resilient through those moments, stick together as a team. Uh, Excuse me. It gives you great confidence going into this game, knowing that we stick together, we do what we do, and we'll put ourselves in great position to win games.
Who has been the person on this team that has helped contribute so actively to the offense this
I mean, it's a combination of everybody: Coach Stafford, Coop, Coach Yarbs, the other receivers. Everybody has helped me, and that's what's made it so easy, and just found a way to be able to get in. It really is a community. Everybody's just made it very easy for me.
Your relationship with Jarvis Landry has been well documented. You support for each other. Describe what the first conversation and the conversation last 2 weeks has been like.
I actually got to see him last night. I was like, man, I just need to come see you and hug. And I feel like we could literally cry embracing each other. You know what I mean? I've known him since I was 16 years old. Just having a conversation, like I'm proud of you. Like I will be at that game, the same as if it was the exact other way around. Like there's no question that I would miss, the biggest moments of his life. That's just the relationship that we have. This is a man, aside from my pops and my step pops, who have helped me become a man, and been influential in my life. So it's just a special bond that we have. I can't really describe it. Like that's like for life. I always say I'd catch a bullet for him. Just hope it hit me in the shoulder though. You know what I mean? Like that's my guy. Kind of a combination of both. Like when I was in New York, I always knew it and I said it to myself and I did it, and then at times it would get lost in translation because you would feel like I got to play this role to someone else. I gotta not do this. It's too much walking on eggshells, and then that's when as time went on, boom, you have that epiphany. Like, man, not everyone's gonna like you. You know what I mean? Not everyone's gonna be happy with the decision you made, or not every. You can't please everyone. And once you realize that, you know, things get a little lighter. Feels like a little weight's off your back. Yeah, so kind of a combination of both.
What's it been like for you going up against Jalen Ramsey in practice, and what makes it one of those
It's easy. You know what I mean? Nah, like I don't get to go against him much, but he's been my favorite corner. I remember I broke my ankle and then came back in 2018, and they're like, "Oh yeah, your very first game," and we're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm just like not, I just came back off an ankle. This is not exactly the person you would want to go against, but just the type of competitor I am. I always feel like the bigger the talent and challenge, the more you want to step your game up. So this is my favorite, one of my favorite corners ever, and just to be able to see him in person, just know what he's capable of. I'm just very happy for him to even have this opportunity as well.
Odell, you mentioned it earlier, but with the video, did you not know about it until the morning it came out? And what was your initial reaction?
Yeah, I didn't know about the video or when it was posted or anything of that matter. My pops, he was on West Coast time and he gets up at 5, 6 a.m. You know what I mean? And I was sleeping till it was our off day, so I was sleeping till 12:30, 1 o'clock. Like I finally got to get some good sleep, and then when I woke up, it kind of just had everything had already transpired, and it just was, that's kind of where it all started and ended right then and there.
Anybody else with the Browns besides Jarvis that you still are friends with or correspond with?
Of course, like I talked about it earlier. I'm like, you build up a brotherhood with these people for a lifetime. I could name off a list, but there's a bunch of guys over there. It's nothing but love. Like I said, in my heart, it just, you know, things just happen to go that way. Huh? We haven't, like I said earlier, about closing doors and being able to have closure. It just, that conversation I'm sure will be had at some point in life. Yeah. It wasn't an easy offense to come and learn, but I think being in so many different offenses, you can kind of marry things with other things you've learned in other offenses. You know, this play, oh, we ran this play, but we just called it something different. So it might just be experience thing as well. You know, I've been playing for football for a long time. I've been in plenty different offices, so this was not an easy one to learn. There's still, you know, times where it's like, okay, hold on, okay, I got it now. So I don't know if it helped or hurt, but you know, here we are.
Odell, coming quickly when you're familiar with Cincinnati playing for these times, did you have anything to say to coach or give any change in confidence into this game against a team like the Bengals?
No, you know, he does a phenomenal job at game planning and all that, and you know, it was funny to think the last time I played Cincinnati was when I tore my ACL, and it's just kind of this whole thing has been a full circle moment for me. So now playing the Bengals, like we're playing in the Super Bowl, so this is not just like, oh, the Bengals played in Cleveland and they're in the Super Bowl. So you don't take anybody lightly, and it's nothing but respect and knowing that we have a challenge ahead of us. There's a reason that both teams are here. I just want to walk in. I just want to walk into the stadium, you know, because I feel like I've seen it. I've been there multiple times, but until I actually walk into that stadium, I don't necessarily know, you know. But all I can think about is how like blessed, like truly, like in my heart, how it feels that I have this opportunity. This is something I dreamed of. I was with my mama all her track practices throughout her career. I remember the bottom of my feet were about the color of this table from I'm just on the pole vault mat throwing passes, diving, catching, just like, you know, oh, I'm gonna be in the Super Bowl one day, and watching Super Bowls growing up, and now like finally having this opportunity. There's still a little kid in you that's just truly just excited for it, and again, just trying to stay calm before the storm. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. It, you know that you know when everyone's like, oh, everything happens for a reason. Like truly in my heart, I believe it. And being able to be here and have this moment, every scar, every tear, every smile, every bit of pain is all for this. Just for the opportunity, you know. Thankful to God just for the opportunity. You know, obviously He knows my heart. He knows I won't win, but just for the opportunity, it justifies, you know, all of the whole journey for me. Yes, sir, bro. Say it again. I don't know how to answer that without saying what you just said. It just kind of has, you know. Each and every moment, every bit of pain and suffering, every bit of joy. This makes all of it worth it. You know, the surgery, the actual physical pain that you go through coming off of a surgery table, those first 7 days. You know, I know there's ladies here, so I won't talk about when I had hernia surgery. Y'all are sitting here telling you, worst pain you could ever feel. Just, you know, this moment justifies all that. Man, I mean, I gotta come through for him then, you know. But you know, gotta come through for him. But ultimately, bro, I just want to be able to hold that trophy up. You know, look your brothers in the eyes, like, man, we did it, and just feel that joy, you know, and know that all your hard work is vindicated. But definitely, just wanna honestly, I feel like if I play my game, I catch everything that comes my way. I make the plays. I stay locked in, one play at a time. All of those things are very possible. Yeah. You know, I'm sitting next to him right now, but he sees me in meetings and he's like, we're talking through plays and all this, and everybody knows I have ADD. You know, sometimes my mind will just wander. But he's like, what's on your mind? What are you thinking about? And I just tell him I'm literally just catching passes. Like I'm just visualizing, and I'm visualizing being there. Okay, how are you gonna make this block? What play, what route do you have? That's all I do is visualize. I can't help but do it. It's hard to even have a conversation right now with someone without like my mind being. I just feel like I have those race blinders on right now. So all I do is visualize, bro. Yes, sir. Uh, it's everything. It truly is everything, and through the ups and downs. I remember one time being like, God, if you never do another thing for me, man, you've already done enough. And then a lot of bad things started happening, and I had to have another conversation with him. Like that's not exactly, what I meant. But just the journey, just to see my faith and to stay believing, through all of the bad. I feel like that's why I'm being put in this position and blessed and rewarded. And again, like I just can't help but thank him, and just truly feel his power. But because without him, I don't feel like I'd be here right now. Yep. Thing about going against your teammates is you never really win against them. You know what I mean? Like when you're both the ones, you don't really go against each other much. There may be a few reps here or there, and I kind of talked about it, as well as like again, there's nothing but love in my heart. So I'm happy for him. He wasn't happy with his role or position in New York, and then it was New Orleans, and now he's in a place where he's happy and he's playing at a high level. Like you can't help but be happy for people like that. Um, and just what a great opportunity we have to compete. So that's just what it is, man. And just again, just looking forward to it. I talked about it earlier. I'm like, man, it's tough. It's like you have two of the biggest blessings, two once in a lifetime moments and opportunities, all happening at the same time. And people keep putting it in the air, which I don't really, I don't need y'all to keep putting it in the air. Like, oh, what's gonna happen if the baby's born at like Super Bowl? We don't need to talk about that. Like, he needs to be born, maybe the day or two after or tonight. But it's just, I thought about that last night. I'm like, man, it really is a lot for one person to handle and hold on to. And I feel like I've done a great job. I have a great support system. My lady helps me a lot with that, and she's like, don't. She's like, you focus on like winning. Like I got this. But at the same time, like I want to be there. So uh, it hasn't been easy, but it's just a lot of blessings.
Odell, along those same lines, it's kind of been a strange journey for you. Have you had a chance to internalize just what it meant to you to be able to come to this team, come to the Super Bowl, and now have a chance to win a Super Bowl championship?
Absolutely. I mean, every day as the season went on, and there was winnings and playoffs, and we win, and then Tampa, and we win, and all the way up to here, like it's just that's all I've done is just kind of internalize it. And I talked about it earlier, just how um, being exactly where I'm at now has just made the journey all worth it. Um, and I know myself, even if I wasn't here, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep fighting, keep scratching, clawing. But this definitely makes a little bit of the pain a little sweeter.
How do you feel like you've grown as a man as you go through football?
I just I don't know exactly how to answer it, but I just have. Certain things that might have gotten a reaction or would bother me or you know I, I I see a situation and perceive something different than I might have at 25 years old. It just I feel like as we get older, you go through things and life changes, your perspective changes, and that's just kind of where I'm at now. Um, things are just different.
37-year-old year, what experience the playoffs for something like this happened?
I mean, I just could imagine me at 37 years old, toes in the sand, a little pina colada, and just getting a call like, "Hey, yeah, we need you." Um, and just I could only imagine what it's like for him to come back for a team that he gave it for, and now have an opportunity to play in a Super Bowl and then go right back to putting the toes in the sand. It's just it's a fairy tale story. So for guys like him and Whitworth and everybody on the team, obviously you want to win it for, but what a better way to send a guy like that out. Yeah, of course, man. And it's something that I just really want to focus on winning this game, because I feel like winning this game, everything else is gonna handle the rest, man. But this place is like it feels good in my heart. It feels like a home, and who knows what's in store after this. But just to answer your question, yeah, yeah. Everybody has told me that, even watching me play, they're like, great to see you win and catch passes and all that. He's like, but I see you having fun again. I see that smile on your face, the joy that's in your heart. So that means everything to me, because once you're playing with that joy in your heart, man, only good things are gonna happen. Nah, I haven't been out here. I went one time on my boy's birthday, but if I don't have my bowling ball, it's not as fun because the regular ball is not spinning, and I'm not here to bowl it straight down the lane. I like to see it do a little curve, so I'll get back on it in the off season. Um, Bit of everything. Definitely got Drake on there. It's always gonna be some little baby on there. Old school Wayne, just you know, same thing I've been listening to all year. But know, probably those three are gonna be run back. It's just crazy. Um, you know, I never could have predicted, for one, being on the Los Angeles Rams. I always was like I told somebody this about how growing up, just watching the St. Louis Rams, like that was my one franchise. The Boston Red Sox was the one franchise, and because of like Ray Allen and my stepdad, the Milwaukee Bucks was the one franchise. So like to be here on the dream franchise, and now in one of my favorite places in the world of California, um, it's just truly it was surreal to be able to put on a uniform and know that I'm playing in the Super Bowl. Again, like I talked about, it's just blessings. God, God has kept me grounded. My family's kept me grounded. Moms, pops, everybody, my supporting team and people around me, and myself. I've kept myself grounded. And as far as a moment, there was so many moments. It's hard to put your finger on one. Uh, just continuing to fight each and every day to get to exactly where I'm at. There's a lot of talent all around this field, especially in those two young guys who came out of LSU and won a national championship. So, just proud to be able to put on, for Louisiana and Baton Rouge, for LSU as well. Um, it's definitely a good feeling to be able to put on for them. Yeah. From where I stay, it's not a quick drive. So you catch any of that traffic, it's an hour, 20-minute drive. But from the minute I landed, I think I seen him, if not the same night, the next night. And we've just been back at it, back to work, and just those late night sessions. And definitely, I'm gonna go see him tonight. and just do something light and just being able to, keep my mind on the main thing. This is a brother to me who I've known for a very, very long time, and just being able to be back out here and work with him again has just been a lot of fun. I think it was 2015, 2015 when I first got out here after my rookie year. So it's been for a long time. Say it again. I can't hear you really. Oh, mental. If it was perfect, I would say that I'm gonna be right where I'm at exactly right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be able to stay exactly in this mindset. But who knows? When Saturday comes, you never know where your mind will be at. But I'm just trying to stay locked in and focused. A bit of everything. For one, it was the work in the off season, the growth, uh, working on myself, those things. But a lot of it has to do with perception and how you take things on. How are you listening to the tone of someone's voice? Are you trying to hear an underlying message, or are you just taking things as is and kind of going from there? So it was a lot of work to be able to mature and do all those things to get to where I'm at now. To just feel confident in my heart of where I'm at, and just be able to just things that used to bother me, they're just not gonna bother me anymore. I don't know. I think as a kid, you only know a few routes, and it's just deep. Everybody's going deep. So it probably was just some deep pass, but as I get a little older, it might have been a little shorter pass. Definitely was a touchdown. Every catch I had when I was a kid was a touchdown. So it's all I could think about was probably a touchdown. Yeah, gotta do it for him. But I feel like if I handle my business and do what I know I'm capable of, like all of those things they could happen. So that's the goal: is keep that confidence, go out there, make the plays you can make, catch everything. Um, Hopefully, I come through for him and the rest of this team. Mm, I think you got to go with some Michael Jackson moonwalk. Um, beat it, beat it, beat it for sure. Some Michael Jackson for sure. I think you guys could do it. A little bit of practice, and maybe I could learn something from you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I mean, I think it's along the lines of just, this is not to try and overcomplicate it. Like, this is another game. This is another game, just the biggest game, and our last game. And how do you want to leave your mark? And just being locked into the fundamentals, the details, all of those things. I feel like, that advice has put me in a good position to keep the big game small all at the same time. I told him that. He told me that day we were gonna get a big shiny trophy and a hat and a T-shirt, and we kind of did. It was kind of like we got one, but we didn't get one. But I think this was the moment that he was talking about, and this is a guy who, you know, LSU grad, and I remember coming out here for my off seasons, just having conversations like, man, you know, we're gonna win a Super Bowl in the Rams, like, you know, joking with him because I loved being, you know, out in California. Um, so to be able to get him that, I feel like he's one of the most deserving people. You know, man of the year, 40, playing the most physical, demanding position in the game, and doing it at a high level still. Uh, for a guy like that, you know, I'm gonna go out and give my all. So just want to be able to, you know, win that ring for him and the rest of these guys.
Odell, what is the message you sent to the kids? Obviously, you were a kid dreaming of this moment, Super Bowl, packed stadium, millions of people watching. What is the message to those kids? Dreams come true. Like you're doing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it. Is just to know that no dream you have is ever too big, and if you can find it within yourself to continue chasing through adversity, through the ups and the downs, you know, you have the opportunity to do everything you set your eyes out to do. So this is the reason why I do it, is for those kids. I want them to know, like, bro, just keep going. Even when you feel like you can't go anymore, just keep going. I think the not so good moments in my entire career have helped me, you know, become the player that I am exactly at this moment. And I remember there was in this off season, there was you know, Drake was getting awarded for Artist of the Decade or something like that, and he threw a little event at the stadium. And I remember somebody asked me, "Do I want to go down on the field?" This is when it first opened, and I was like, "Nah, I don't want to go on that field until I'm playing for the Super Bowl." And I told somebody I was going to be playing in the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, and little did I know I was going to be playing for the Rams in that Super Bowl in Los Angeles. So it's still all kind of surreal to me, and just, you know, the ups and the downs have truly prepared me to be happy with where I'm at today, and to know that everything that I went through was for a reason.
Just a couple more, guys. Just a couple more.
Yeah, it is the exact same as been for the last couple weeks. You know, like I say, you try and make the big game small. Don't try and make the big game too big in your head. Know that you were born for this moment, this exact opportunity that you have. Everything that I've been through in my life, I was born and deserving of this opportunity, and now you just got to go out and make the most of it. It was a lot of days, but definitely after that ACL and having the surgery and taking that flight, landing at Exos, um, just knowing that I was gonna get back up and give my all again. So that day that I landed, you know, you're trying to bend your knee, and it's like, oh, you know, I haven't seen anyone at 3 days out at 90 degrees flexion. I knew that I was gonna be all right then, and I was just gonna keep going.
Bring a championship as an LA Ram to this city, something that the previous Rams, in all that time that they were here before the move to St. Louis, were not able to do.
I mean, I know how much it means. I seen you before. I know how much it means to you in this city, um, and I just want to be able to do that. I just want to be able to, you know, feel God's purpose for me, bring a chip home, and like, what an opportunity, bro. So I'm excited about it. I'm gonna be able to finish the job. I mean, the guy's got it all. You know, he's got it all, and I think it stems from the confidence within himself. And you know, you just look at him. He come with the Cartier shades, the way he plays football, the way he carries himself. I mean, the dude's got it all. So I'm happy for him. You know, I just feel like it's our time.
Odell, you were a defensive back. How did you stop Odell Beckham?
I say what?
You were a
Oh,
defensive back.
um, I'm not gonna tell you that. So then you could learn how or what you would do. But you know, it just gotta bring your A game and you know.
And what are the keys to win?
Hey, this is the last question. Last question.
What's your go-to hype song before games?
This is
Any little baby or Drake. I don't know exactly which one, but a few of them.
okay. All right. Hey, thanks, guys.
Is it?
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Guys.
oh,
Guys.
oh.